Welcome back. Today we're going to be diving into a topic that's near to me, and I'm sure many of you feel the same way, and that is, why are cartoons not as good as they used to be? Whether you're a 90s kid or just a fan of animated shows, you've probably noticed a shift in the quality and the creativity of cartoons over the last few years. So let's break down the reasons behind the decline. So firstly, let's talk about the animation quality. So back in the day, cartoons were painstakingly hand-drawn frame by frame, and this process, although it was time-consuming, generally added a unique character to each show. Every scene was a labour of love, filled with little intricate details and personal touches. Nowadays, the industry has shifted towards digital animation. This method is more efficient and cost-effective for them. It often lacks the charm and uniqueness of hand-drawn animation. Digital tools can make animations look a bit more polished, but they also make it easier to cut corners and produce something that feels a bit more generic. So many subjects these days are not fair game. A lot of topics in cartoons have become taboo. Writers and creators now are more cautious than ever about pushing boundaries, often due to the fear of backlash or possibly offending audiences. This has led to safer, more sanitized content that lacks boldness and originality and is just a bit boring. Shows like Ren and Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead used to create content that was a bit edgy and sometimes controversial, but today networks impose stricter guidelines and creators are often forced to tone down their ideas. However, there are exceptions. South Park continues to push the boundaries even today. While it is an adult show, creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone have consistently taken risks by addressing current events and controversial topics head on, and this willingness to push boundaries has always kept South Park feeling fresh and relevant, and even more so than ever.
Just open your mouth and close your eyes and get on your knees. Okay.
In stark contrast, though, we have The Simpsons. And while to me and loads of people it will always remain an iconic series, it has struggled to maintain its audience, often reusing similar jokes and scenarios, and many feel that The Simpsons has just become boring, repetitive and sterile. Like, for example, how many times can we see Homer get a new job or Bart get into trouble? Simpsons has seen a significant drop in viewership over the years. The show peaked in the 90s but has steadily lost its audience. These recycled plots just make the show feel stale. According to ratings, those new episodes often fail to capture the same sort of magic that was in the earlier seasons. Another major factor is the oversaturation of storylines. With the sheer volume of content being produced today, it's becoming increasingly difficult to come up with fresh, original ideas, and creating something truly unique is now more challenging than ever. Newer generations consume more content at a faster pace, leading to a quicker burnout on familiar tropes and themes. According to a study by Common Sense Media, kids aged 8 to 12 spend on average of almost 5 hours a day consuming media. This constant consumption cycle makes it harder for new cartoons to stand out and capture the audience's imagination. Let's take a trip down memory lane and look at some of the best cartoons from the 90s. Shows like The Simpsons, SpongeBob SquarePants, Rugrats, Batman, Dexter's Laboratory were all iconic. Out of all of these shows, The Simpsons and SpongeBob SquarePants are the only shows that are still running. The Simpsons has an impressive 30 seasons, while SpongeBob has 13. However, most of these shows had an average run of about 4 to 7 seasons. For instance, Rugrats ran for 9 seasons, Hey Arnold for 5, and Dexter's Lab for 4. So why aren't there more long-running cartoons today? One reason is the shift in network strategies. Networks are now more focused on meeting specific criteria rather than giving writers and animators creative freedom. They prioritise marketability, merchandising potential, and adherence to guidelines over originality and innovation. Take Adventure Time, for example. It was a rare success story where the creators were given a bit more freedom, and it became a huge hit because of its unique storytelling and imaginative world building, but such examples are few and far between. In conclusion, the decline in cartoon quality can be attributed to several factors: the shift from hand-drawn to digital animation, stricter content guidelines, recycled storylines, and the changing priorities of networks. While there are still great cartoons being made, the magic of the past is a little bit harder to find. But let's not lose hope. The industry is always evolving, and who knows, maybe the next big cartoon revolution is just around the corner. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more content like this. Let me know below, what was your favourite 90s cartoon? Have a great day. See you soon.